Okay, I want to start today by asking you to do something a little aggressive. Stop scrolling. No, seriously. If your t-shirts look cheap after just 2 washes, this might be why. Just look down at the shirt you're wearing right now. Is the side seam kind of creeping toward your belly button? Does the fabric feel a little bit like a scour pad?
It's the universal wardrobe tragedy, isn't it? We buy these things, we think they're staples, and then, 2 weeks later, they're in the painting the house pile.
Exactly. And that is why we are doing something a little different today. We're looking at a specific case study that claims to solve this exact problem. We are diving into the Bella Canvas 6400 t-shirt, specifically looking at the collection from the Alex Sylvester shop.
And before you tune out thinking, oh, it's just a t-shirt, how complicated can it possibly be? Let me stop you right there. Because the sources we're looking at today, we're talking technical specs, manufacturing breakdowns, styling guides from alexsylvester.com, they all suggest there's a significant amount of engineering going on.
Right. The title of this deep dive is basically, this t-shirt changed my entire outfit game, and, you need this. And my job today is to be the skeptic. I want to find out if it actually lives up to that hype, or if this is all just really clever marketing.
That's totally fair. And the mission for this deep dive is to look past all the branding and really understand the mechanics. We're talking premium casual wear. The goal is to uncover why specific manufacturing choices turn one piece of fabric into a rag, while others turn it into a wardrobe staple.
Okay, so we've got the tech sheets, we have the visual analysis of their Explore More design, and we have the styling guide. Let's just jump right into the science of it. What is the actual difference between a bad t-shirt and what Bella Canvas is doing here? Why do my old shirts feel so wrong?
Well, it really starts at the microscopic level. If you look at the source material for the Bella Canvas 6400, the first thing that just jumps out is this phrase, heirloom combed and ring spun cotton.
Okay, let's unpack that, because heirloom sounds like a word someone made up to sell luxury. And combed. I mean, I comb my hair, I don't comb my clothes. What does that actually mean for the person wearing it?
It's a huge distinction. And to get it, you kind of have to understand the cheap stuff first. So, standard, cheaper t-shirts use what's called carded open-end cotton. Imagine taking a bunch of raw cotton dirt, short fibers, all the impurities, and just mashing it together into a thick, uneven rope.
So it's basically just raw material forced into a shape with zero refinement?
Precisely. It's rough, it's fuzzy, and it's super uneven. Now, the Bella Canvas 6400 uses this heirloom process. According to the manufacturing specs we have, this process literally combs out all those impurities. But here's the key part. It removes the short fibers.
And why are short fibers the enemy here?
Short fibers are what stick up from the fabric and create that fuzzy, rough texture. They're the #1 cause of pilling. You know when you wash a shirt and suddenly it has those little balls of fabric all over it?
Oh, yes, it makes the shirt look 10 years old after one wash cycle.
That is caused by short fibers breaking loose and tangling up. So by combing them out and only using the long, strong staples of cotton, you get a fabric surface that is just incredibly smooth. The source describes it as feeling gentle against the skin.
So it's less like wearing a burlap sack and more like, I don't know, a smooth sheet.
Essentially, yes. And because it's ring spun, the yarn itself is twisted and thinned out. Think of the difference between a thick fraying rope and a tightly wound, strong cable. Ring spun yarn is thinner, it's softer, but it's significantly stronger than regular cotton.
Okay, that explains why the source material claims this shirt enhances the whole wearing experience. It's not just covering your body, it's actually engineered to feel good. But I was looking at the breakdown of the fabrics in our notes, and it gets really specific. It's not just one type of fabric for every color, right?
No, and this one gets kind of fascinating for the detail-oriented listener. If you're buying a solid color from the Alex Sylvester shop, say a black or a white one, you're getting 100% of that beautiful combed and ring-spun cotton. But if you go for the heather colors, the blend changes.
Right, I saw that. The heather prism colors, like lilac and natural, those have a really cool kind of vintage look to them.
And that heather look comes from mixing fibers so the dye takes differently. The Prism series is 99% cotton and just 1% polyester.
Wait, 1%. Does 1% of polyester actually do anything?
It sounds negligible, doesn't it? But in textile engineering, that 1% is just enough to create the visual texture, that little bit of speckling, without compromising the soft feel of the cotton. It just gives it dimension.
Okay, that makes sense. But then you see something like athletic heather, which is a 90-10 split.
Right, that's for a bit more durability and that classic gray gym class vibe we all know. And the other, deeper heathers can go all the way to a 52-48 blend.
So if you're someone who strictly wants cotton, you stick to the solids, or maybe the prisms. But if you want that super durable, maybe moisture-wicking feel, the heathers are the way to go.
Precisely. But no matter the blend, the base, the foundation is that high-quality cotton preparation. But even the best fabric in the world doesn't matter if the shirt fits like a tent.
Which brings us to the construction. The sources all describe this as a relaxed fit. And I have to be honest, usually when I hear relaxed fit, I just think shapeless box.
And that is a common misconception. In this context, relaxed doesn't mean baggy. It's designed for a modern silhouette, so it follows the lines of your body without clinging to it. But the real secret weapon here, and this connects right back to your intro about shirts looking cheap after a wash, is something called side-seamed construction.
Okay, I've seen that term, side-seamed versus tubular. Why does it matter? Is it really just about having a line down your side?
It's all about physics. Tubular shirts are just, well, cheaper to make. A factory knits a giant tube of fabric and then just slices it like a sausage.
Yeah.
No side seams. The problem is knit fabric has something called torque. It naturally wants to spiral.
It's like in a car engine.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah.
The energy in the knit wants to twist. And because a tubular shirt has no side seams to anchor the front and back panels, when you wash it, that torque just takes over. The fabric spirals around your body.
Oh my gosh, that is why the side seam, or well, the fold ends up on my stomach.
Exactly. That is the twist problem. The Bella Canvas 6400 has actual side seams sewn down the ribs. This acts like a skeleton for the shirt. It provides structure, holds the shape. It makes sure that the shirt hangs vertically, wash after wash. The source materials is explicit. It's for structure and shape retention.
So you're paying for the fact that it actually stays a t-shirt and doesn't become this, twisted mess. That actually explains so much about my drawer of shame.
It creates a completely different drape on the body. And when you combine that structure with the fabric weight, which is 4.2 ounces per square yard, you get something really interesting.
That 4.2 ounce weight is a pretty specific number. It's not one of those heavy, stiff, heavyweight tees, but it's not tissue paper thin either.
It's the Goldilocks zone for premium casual wear. It's heavy enough to, hide body contours and be durable, but it's light enough to be breathable and easy to layer.
Okay, so we've established that the canvas, the shirt itself, is incredibly high quality. But we're looking at the Alex Sylvester shop, which means we aren't just wearing blank tees. We have to talk about the art.
Let's look at the visuals. The sources for this deep dive include some really high-res images of the Explore More design.
I really dig this vibe. Let me try to paint a picture for you if you're listening. Imagine a vintage kind of retro-style badge. At the top, in this classic banner, it says, Explore More.
And then at the bottom, there's another banner that reads, Your journey starts here.
In the middle, you have this really stylized mountain range. It's got these teals and deep greens, snow-capped peaks. And there's a sun, maybe it's rising or setting, in the background, giving it this beautiful golden glow. And right in the foreground, anchoring the whole thing, is a classic magnetic compass.
It's a very cohesive aesthetic. It just calls to mind adventure, the outdoors, hiking. And it uses those earthy tones, teals, golds, blacks, that sit so well on the fabric colors we talked about, like the gray or the white.
But here is where it gets really interesting to me. The source mentions that the quality of the fabric actually changes how the print looks. Is that really true?
Oh, absolutely. Think back to that heirloom surface we talked about.
Yeah.
Because it's so smooth and doesn't have all those short fibers sticking up, it basically acts like a high-definition screen for the ink.
So the ink isn't fighting with the fuzz of the shirt.
Correct. In printing, fuzz creates something called dot gain, which is where the ink spreads out and gets blurry. The source notes that this smooth fabric gives the prints an extra pop. It preserves the integrity of the print.
So if I look at the compass in that design, I should actually be able to see the tiny detail.
Exactly. The fine lines of the directional markers, the needle on a cheap, rough shirt, those lines would bleed or get fuzzy. On the Bella Canvas 6400, those details stay sharp.
That makes total sense. You can have the best art in the world, but if you print it on a napkin, it's going to look terrible.
It ensures the colors stay vivid and the design doesn't look faded right out of the box. It's a symbiotic relationship between the engineering of the fabric and the artistry of the design.
Okay, so we have a shirt that feels amazing and looks sharp, but the big question for anyone listening right now is, how do I actually wear this? A source material calls this a change to your outfit game.
The styling guide from the Alex Sylvester shop is actually really comprehensive on this. It emphasizes versatility. The whole point of a shirt like this is that it transitions seamlessly.
Let's run through some of the specific looks they suggest. The first one is what they call the classic.
Right. This is just pairing the Explore More tee with your favorite denim. Skinny jeans, straight leg, boyfriend fit, it really doesn't matter. But the key tip they give is the French tuck.
The French tuck. I feel like everyone talks about this, but why does it actually work so well?
It's all about creating proportions. By tucking in just the front, you define your waistline and it elongates your legs, but leaving the back loose keeps it casual and cool. And because the fabric has that subtle drape we mentioned, it doesn't bunch up awkwardly like a stiff, cardboardy shirt would. It gives a tailored appearance, but still feels laid back.
Then they mentioned the layered look, which is perfect for right now because the weather is so unpredictable.
This is where that relaxed fit and the 4.2-ounce weight really shine. It's slim enough to fit under a tailored blazer or a cozy cardigan without bunching up in the armpits. The guide suggests this for cooler weather, obviously.
I love that high-low mix. Wearing a graphic tee with a blazer just makes you look intentional, not sloppy.
Exactly. You could wear the Explore More shirt to a casual Friday at work with a blazer, and it looks totally sophisticated.
They even go into accessories.
They do. They mention adding a statement necklace to draw attention to the crew neck, or maybe a lightweight scarf just for some texture. It's all about mixing that casual vibe of the t-shirt with something a little more polished.
And footwear.
It runs the whole gamut. Sneakers for a sporty look, which, I mean, it fits the Explore More Mountain theme perfectly. Or heeled ankle boots if you want a more polished vibe.
That's the outfit game change right there. It's one shirt, but depending on your shoes and whether you tuck it, it's either lounging at home or it's a polished event.
And that actually connects to a broader trend we see in the sources, which is conscious consumerism.
Right, buying fewer, better things.
The source material explicitly mentions that the Bella Canvas brand is noted for its sustainable and ethical production practices.
I saw that. The blank products are sourced from places like Nicaragua, Honduras, or right here in the US.
It really appeals to the modern shopper. You aren't just buying a graphic tee, you're buying into a supply chain that aligns with certain values. You're minimizing environmental impact by buying a shirt that lasts longer, thanks to the side seams and the premium cotton, so you aren't just throwing it away in 3 months.
It's that cost per wear argument. A cheap shirt that you throw away after 2 washes is actually very expensive. A quality shirt that lasts for 2 years is cheap.
Precisely. It's an investment in the staple pieces of your wardrobe.
So what does this all mean? We started this by saying stop scrolling because your t-shirts look cheap.
And we found that the reason they look cheap is usually just poor engineering. That tubular construction, short fibers, bad blends.
And the solution is this specific intersection of the Bella Canvas 6400 and the designs from the Alex Sylvester shop. You get the heirloom cotton for softness, the side seams for shape, and a high-definition canvas for that Explore More art.
It is a perfect example of how these technical specs translate directly into a benefit for you, the user. It's not just marketing fluff. Combed and ring spun literally feels different on your nerve endings.
I feel like I need to go purge my entire drawer of all the tubular shirts I own now.
It is really hard to go back once you know the difference.
So here is the deal for everyone listening. If you're serious about upgrading your wardrobe, don't sleep on this one. You really need to check out the collection.
The visuals we describe are just the tip of the iceberg.
Tap the link in the description before your size disappears. We are sending you straight to alexsylvester.com. Go look at the Explore More design, look at all the colors.
And remember the fit guide. It's a relaxed fit, so it's going to give you that modern, comfortable silhouette.
Trust me, once you try it, your old tees won't feel the same. It's a small upgrade that makes a massive difference in how you feel just walking out the door.
And that, for me, raises a fascinating final thought. We so often frame fashion as this choice between comfort and style. You know, we think we have to suffer to look good or look sloppy to feel comfortable.
Oh, totally. It's the sweatpants versus suit debate.
But this deep dive really proves that that's a false dichotomy. With the right materials, the right cotton, the right construction, you can have both. You can be the most comfortable person in the room and still look the most put together. Maybe we should start demanding that standard from all of our clothing, not just our luxury items.
I love that. Why should we have to settle? Tap that link in the description and visit the Alex Sylvester shop and experience it for yourself. Welcome to our shop, alexsylvester.com. Thanks for diving in with us today.
See you next time.